We are back listening to phenomenal stories from former music promoter Tony Michaelides. And
a book. You should be writing a book.
And why haven't you?
I wrote a book.
Oh, and?
I wrote a book called Insights from the Engine Room, Lessons Learned from Rock and Roll.
Oh, well, there we go. I'll have to read that.
And I brought you one.
Oh, good.
Good.
Well, we want to talk about the industry today, and I understand you're a big fan of Lana Del Rey.
Yeah, Lana Del Rey's cool. I like her because she's kind of quirky and talented.
She definitely is.
And erratic at the same time. You know, you don't know what's coming. I like that unexpectancy of... Great artists can be lousy in a performance and then like the best thing you've ever seen. So, yeah, I like her. But there's other people I like. You know, I mean, for instance, I don't buy their records, but One Direction are amazing. Even though they kind of were handpicked by Simon Cowell as individual artists and put together, it really works.
It does work. It does.
Let's talk about how people become stars these days. It used to be in your day, you promoted them to the point where they became stars, but now they could go on YouTube, they can go on a competition, a reality show, and become stars overnight. Are you happy with that the way that part of the business has changed, or not?
Well, not especially. I mean, like, I could make a record, right? I can't sing and I can't play anything, but I could make a record because of technology and computers, and that's wrong, you know. If I was to play for my favourite soccer team, Manchester United, I would have to have an ability to perform and be a talented sports person.
Do you believe you don't need talent at all now?
Well,
to
you
make
you kind of have people around you because it's the entertainment industry. It will attract certain leeches who think they can make a lot of money, and that applies to the accountants in the business, not just the people in the record companies. Because the thing is with American, I worked with Simon Cowell for 7 years, and he's great at what he does. But you know, you kind of it's in the same way as the judges on American Idol. They're the celebrities, and they know how desperate people are to be famous. So they kind of, you know, will do anything.
What do you think of Taylor Swift versus Britney Spears, if you had to compare those two?
Taylor Swift is great, you know. I mean, she came out as this young kid who was writing about her breakups, and you thought, God, will you ever get, like, you know, a decent relationship? It's like Adele. I mean, Adele's like sold more records than anybody else, but she went through a really bad breakup. So now she's happily married with a kid. Is the next record going to be lousy? You know.
Who knows?
But Taylor Swift has had a nice transition into
She's
pop
a very
now.
smart girl. She's got the parts in place. Like, she looks good, she behaves well, and she writes, and she works with the right people. But the thing is, she's also come out of that country music area, which is, there's a large market in America, but internationally, she's moved into like that pop sphere, and she does it incredibly well. Whereas Britney came from, the thing with Britney Spears is I promoted her first record, oddly enough, just as BMG and me were splitting up. But the first thing, when she had the pigtails and the little pop socks. And the thing with Britney Spears, it was like, if you were a girl at that age, she could have been in your class.
Right.
So you kind of looked at that and you were kind of starstruck. And then obviously she sold a lot of records, she became a major pop artist. But then kind of, you know, she lost the plot. Right. So the infrastructure of people around her, I think, wasn't everything maybe that it could have been.
Do you think she's talented?
I think she has talent. I mean, as she gets older and she's got like the normal things in life, like kids and bringing up stuff and being, you know, being responsible to other things. I don't know that she's got the same manager, and that's got a lot to do with things.
Absolutely. You know, I'd love to ask you what you're doing today, but I know that that's literally in the vault, and we can't ask you what you're working on right now. It's a top secret project that involves technology.
There's a couple of things,
and music.
We'll have you back.
And we'll have you back.
I'd love to come and talk to you about it.
He told us off the record we can't talk about it, but it is just absolutely fascinating.
Well, I can tell you the company, and people
No.
Okay, sorry.
Save it, because you're under a disclosure clause in your
Taylor
contract.
Swift Group of Companies.
Okay. Tony Michaelides, thank you. Daytime will be right back.